Guys, you know what? We made a mistake. I just uploaded a video and realized there was no audio to it. So this is just a remix of the whole thing. So in the previous video, I was telling you I'm looking for buys on this level right here. This is where I'm looking for buys because of just a continuation of what happened last week. This is just a continuation, and I believe we have this retest for looking for buys because this is a very nice potential trade, and there's no way I can just let it go. So we can capitalize off both of these moves. So that's what I'm waiting for there. And on this one, NZDJPY, you can see the 4 is now bullish, so this is the point where I'm looking to buy this thing. But all I need for now is another shift on the 15 minutes time frame, because you can clearly see that the 15 minutes time frame is bearish, is very bearish as of now. Yeah, as of now this market is very bearish. So let me just remove this. For now, the solid trade I have is after maybe a clear break and retest of this zone right here. Let me just do this. This is a very strong level, so I really expect this market to even have a deeper push, deeper pullback. Yeah, even though the weekly is very, the daily is very bullish, it's very bearish, sorry, but the 4 is bullish for me, and that's all I need. So let me just try to minimize this because it was just too big. Yeah, it's better. So now let me put in the 15 minutes time frame so you can see clearly what I'm looking for. mm, you can see we are now bearish, so I just need a shift. For now, this is the shift I have. If we can have a shift, a break above this candle and retest, then I'll be able to buy this thing. That's in the 15 minutes time frame. But for the 30 minutes time frame, you can clearly see that we are still being bullish, bearish, even though now we are bullish based off this elbow. So the 30 minutes currently has no point where we can see the major shift. So we just have to wait a little longer, because I expect maybe something like this and a lower low again, then the shift and retest to then buy, so I can have a point where I can place my stop loss. But if I was a aggressive trader, what I would look for is just this forward to close like this, then the next forward to close bullish engulfing, and I can buy. But for now, I've learned in these markets we wait for full confirmation before we participate in the markets, because I've just seen how the markets have been playing out recently. You just have to be a bit more patient, even though it's at your level. Just don't jump in the market there, right there and then. Yeah. So, but this is a very nice setup. You can see, as for now, even in the 1 hour time frame, we don't have any confirmation to take the buys. Yeah. And AUD, you can see I don't even like drawing trend lines, but just for the purpose of this video, you can see there's this 4 hour head and shoulder, a continuation of last week pair as well. You can see there's this head, 4 head and shoulder, and we're having a clear break, so all we need is this retest to then buy. But for me, what I even want to see is this daily to close like that, to close, to engulf this level here. Is it to close below this level? This will make a nice daily head and shoulder. You can see this is the left head, right shoulder, and then this level will even be more valid, because then we just have to wait for the new daily candle opening, which will be tomorrow, to have this retest, this pullback up to this zone to then sell. You see, so this is a very nice trade. Actually, we just have to be a bit more, and this is what I really want, this long retest. Yeah, this long push to the downside, sorry, so we can have a nice weak pullback, something like this, to happen right here tomorrow. Then it can continue with the sales, then I'll be ready to take the sales. But I like what's going on. And ADJPY, you can see there is this potential head and shoulder that's trying to form. Regardless, even though it didn't form here, I wanted the daily to close bullish, then the next day to have a bearish drop to the downside. Then maybe on the Wednesday we can see the major entries. But this is also fine. It's very fine, because we can still use this as our head and shoulder, because I've seen this left, then there's this right, then there's this head. And on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that market is bullish. That's the only bad part. The market is very bullish. Yeah, so I couldn't look for entries at this point because I wanted at least the 4 hour to be bearish, so the weekly can be bearish and the daily can be bearish and the 4 hour to be bearish. But we just have to be a bit more patient, and it's even good because I know once we break below this level, we'll avoid the nonsense and the unnecessary noise that price might even just go straight to our take profit. Does it suck like if we enter deal capitalize? Yes, but at the end of the day, I want to be sure when I'm taking these trades, because even though, let me just say, this is the 30 minutes time frame, market reached this point. Yeah, it retested. I could have entered maybe at this point, but here, then put my stop loss right there, right there. But I just didn't want to do this because I wanted a clear confirmation. But this is a very nice setup if you really wanted to participate in the trade very quickly, because you can see there's this shift right there, then there's this break, there's retest, there's that engulfing, everything you need to buy to sell. But all I needed was, I wanted the market to at least be in my favor in maybe 4 hour and the daily time frame, or 4 hour and the weekly time frame. At least now the 4 hour might soon be bearish, and even the weekly will now be, the weekly has been bearish of course. And I know once we, you see, once we can close below this, then the daily will also be bearish, then this will be a very nice A plus setup. So that's why I'm not rushing this point, but this is a very nice setup, you can tell. Yeah. And USD card, just waiting for this pullback here. Just need this weak pullback here, might be at this point or this point, whichever gives me the entry point, because as of now the 4 hour is very bearish, the daily is very bearish now, and the weekly is bearish. But the weekly level where we expect the major push is at this point here, you see. Yeah, but this is the daily level where we can expect the changes. But if we're selling at the weekly time frame, let's say I sell from here, my take profit has to be right down here. That's why I even want this to maybe even have a major push up to that zone there, so that once we sell, I know that market is not going down, going up anymore, because it will retest and touch this level. So, but yeah, this is also okay. And this is USD This is the same continuation for last week. All sales, you can see market has been very bearish as of now, and even the 4 hour is bearish. The daily should be bearish as well. The daily is bullish. Yeah, the daily is bullish because we've not broken below this level. You can see, notice we've not closed below this level yet, so we are still bullish. But the 4 hour and the weekly is bearish. So what do I need? I need a retest at this point here, then I'll be interested to buy, to sell this market. Then lastly, we have GBP CHF. I just need a nice break from all this noise here, then retest to then sell, because you can see the 4 hour is bullish. The 4 no, the 4 hour is also, the 4 hour is still bearish, yes, but there's just this noise I'm trying to avoid here, right here. Yeah, yeah, but if you want, you can enter there. I'm sure there's a nice setup here, because you can see once market approach the level where we look for sales, and you can see we had this nice approach, we had this nice break, we had this nice retest. There's this right here. You see, there's this nice retest at this point, and there's that nice engulfing. But I just don't want to sell at this level due to the fact that, let me put this in the 15 minutes time frame. You can see even the 15 minutes time frame looks clear, but there's just too much noise here, and anything can happen. And what I want is a clear confirmation, you see. So, but this is a very nice setup as well. The 4 hour, you can see we are having a nice 4 hour rejection. This is a very nice 4 hour rejection. In fact, I feel like you can even take this trade, but you can take this trade. Yeah, I feel like we can take this trade because we can see in the 1 hour we're having this nice dodgy, nice shift, nice break and retest. Yeah. So this pair is even actually ready to go, but I just wanted to retest this zone here and break so I can know I'm done with this noise, because you can see how market has been going bullish and bearish over again here. You see, so this is what I'm trying to avoid. uh but this is a very good trade. If you want, you can really just sell this now. Yeah, you can really just sell this now and maybe put your stop loss right above this zone. Yeah, then this might even, you might even benefit from, because it's a nice sniper and you can even add on as it break at this level here. Yeah. And let me just see on the daily. So if I was to sell this, I'll be selling off one pair that is bearish, which is the weekly. Okay, even the 4 hour is bearish, but the I like, at least if the daily is bearish, not the 4, because the daily makes more sense, and the daily is promising that it will hold the price to the current, the specific direction that you are willing to take the trade in. But the 4 hour is also bearish, mind you. You can see, because if I do this, let me say if I do this right here, you can see, why can I not have this? But you can see if I cancel out this level, you can see that, let me just, if I do this, you can see that the 4 hour shifted at this zone, and all you can look for is the, what is the retest at this zone here to then sell, right? Yeah, that's the whole main point. But you can see what's been happening. The market has not given us the retest. That's why I'm even waiting for the level, this level to be retested so I can sell, because this is where my first initial interest would be, is selling off this level right there. You see? Yeah, that's why I'm not interested in selling at this zone. Yes, it's a nice trade, but this is where my interest is. So that's it, and I'll update you